Hey guys, welcome back to Tractor Tip Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about your four-wheel drive. So this is going to be a little bit longer video than most of our Tractor Tip Tuesdays. I usually try to keep these at like 2 to 3 minutes, and just to show you one quick tip that we've learned on using tractors. And but this one, we're going to go a little bit more in detail because we're going to talk about the four-wheel drive on your tractor and when to use it. Now, there's some general rules on this, and certain tractors have different options, and so you may have an all-time option, or depending on the tractor setup. But as a general rule, we have these small, subcompact, and compact tractors. So you're going to have a four-wheel drive, and you're going to have a differential lock. The four-wheel drive, when I engage it, as I generally leave it on, I turn it off anytime I'm doing anything on pavement, so I'm not putting extra stress on all those gears and the drivetrain and everything. But as a general rule, I leave it on. Certainly, anytime you're grading, anytime you're using a ground contact equipment on the rear, you want to make sure that your four-wheel drive is on, because you're going to need that extra traction on the front. These smaller tractors, they tend to be, I don't want to say worthless without four-wheel drive, but they just don't perform like a bigger tractor does when they don't have four-wheel drive. So leaving that engaged whenever you have something on the front end loader, whenever you've got ground contact equipment, those two things, especially, you want to make sure that you have four-wheel drive. Like I said, in our case, we just leave it on all the time. Anytime you're dealing with mud or snow or anything like that, obviously you want to have it. We have a lot of mud down here, so we just leave it on. It keeps you from tearing up grass and stuff like that. Keeps you from losing control on slipping on hills, and so we just go ahead and leave that engaged. Now, the differential lock is a bigger question. When do we engage the differential lock? And I've heard people say that they've never used it, which I find mind-boggling, because we use ours all the time. And there's been numerous times where and maybe it's because we push our tractor pretty hard, but there have been numerous times where if I didn't have that differential lock, there's just no way that we would have gotten out of it. And I've been stuck with the differential lock where I've had to been towed out. And again, maybe it's because we're pushing our tractor quite a bit, but that differential lock, what you really want to do is you want to lock that. If you're going up a real steep slope, especially if you're carrying any type of load, you want to go ahead and lock that differential. And then if you're doing anything, obviously, in real muddy terrain and you're not turning and you're backing up a lot, go ahead and hit that differential lock and just lock it in with your heel when you're going forward and backwards. That'll help you from sliding out and give you a little bit more traction when you're driving into something. So anytime you need a little bit more ass behind whatever you're trying to do, go ahead and engage that differential lock. But like I said, for the four-wheel drive, unless you're doing a lot on pavement, I would just leave it engaged all the time. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to disengage it. If you're doing a lot on pavement, though, you still can bind up those the tractor on that, and you just put some added strain, and you can end up shearing something off that you don't want to shear off inside your drivetrain. So as a general rule, we turn that off whenever we're working on pavement, and whenever we're trying to make a bunch of tight turns and stuff like that. Now, you don't necessarily need it if you have really flat ground, and if you're just mowing lawns and stuff like that, where you need to make sharper turns, you can go ahead and turn it off for those instances. But we don't, everything that we have is pretty aggressive terrain, so again, we just leave it on. But if we were doing stuff, bush hogging, just open fields without any heavy terrain on it, I'd probably go ahead and turn it off at that point in time. Anyways, guys, hope that helps. Like I said, this was just a real quick Tractor Tip Tuesday video. I guess I didn't go as long as I thought I was going to go, but I wanted just to touch base real quick to tell you guys when I like to engage those things. So if you have not already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. I know the Tractor Tip Tuesdays aren't the most exciting if you don't have a tractor, and we do so many things on this channel that these I know we talk everything from economics to different homesteading tasks that I'm sure these aren't the most interesting to a lot of you people, but for anybody out there with a tractor, these tips and tricks can really help you out, especially if you're new to tractors. That's specifically what we set these for. So thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.